Showdown for the silverware. One last game to ascend to the galaxies. Who will be the kings of the galaxy? Who will be the Mpl ID Season 14 champions? It is Team Liquid ID against RRQ host G.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of Dawn for game number 7.
It has now come to this, the final game in the match. And we're seeing familiar picks and unfamiliar picks as well. Skylar on the Ixia with the war cry against an assassin. A bold move, a desperate time for Keskute. We'll see how this plays out, man. The Cho in the hands of Witty will definitely be a big problem for the side of RRQ. We've seen it happen before, but along with that, with 2 Purifies, RRQ have a lot more safety built in, but Team Liquid ID will have the initiative.
They picked the Ixia and Mathilda. Yesterday it was picked up by TLID, but now it's an RRQ. What are the differences for this pick against yesterday, Arashi?
Ooh, hang on a second. Good clear. Ooh, scary stuff. What's the difference? I feel like this time they're up against an assassin with a lot of mobility. Actually, they're up against a composition with a lot of mobility in general. Harith, Ling, Cho can actually just on 3 members because they know they require that extra bit of survivability. They're going to be playing on the back foot, trying to actually survive initially, but in the early game, they're going to try and use this Alpha Mathilda combo as leverage. But look at Fabian.
Trying to clear the wave as fast as possible. Witty. Shun 2 out. Having the blades onto Edok. That's a Purify, but Fabian will be able to dodge away! The Usurper!
This is not how they wanted it to go. Citizen saving the Spear of Alpha for the right moment, but Fabian able to dodge out of it. A great win already early on for Team Liquid ID. 2 kills, 1,000 gold ahead.
A game fact by the new application Go Pay. Fabian with his Ling in Game 6 became the 2nd fastest farmer in Mpl ID Season 14, reaching level 5 at 9 minutes and 6 seconds.
Penalty zone into the back line. Sutsujin still able to collect the retribution. The hard guard on Aran. Purple buff still being taken right now as Randisha is out a bit of damage, but another realm will be sustained over. That's in his welcome, and the flicker Dyron finds the head kill.
The chop from Dyron locks down and sets in stone RRQ. They fight back.
Wow, interesting situation there. RRQ going straight for the... Oh, hang on a minute. A little barrage.
And a flicker too. Witty, not level 4. Will have to respect Edok.
Right, what I was about to say is that they weren't level 4 yet. They're forced to fight pre-level 4, got the turtle that got them to level 4, and then they pushed the tempo and went straight for Team Liquid ID. It's like they knew the timers on Fabian getting his purple buff right there, knowing that he would most likely want to get that first before going into the fight. Now it's back to equal grounds, and Witty is level 4.
Fabian pull back. Sutsujin goes in for the Spear of Alpha, but Fabian is able to get the Finch poise to escape.
Still, they dance with death, and Fabian likes that odds. And now, of course, Aran down bottom. It feels like he's not rotating as much as he was yesterday with the pick. What is he trying to achieve, Arashi?
Oh, hang on a second. Witty, he chased down.
Drag back as well, but there's no kill threat with just a Mathilda and a Paramis.
Not enough burst at all, but look at Rins now. A bit out of position. This is the threat of the Ling, man. Sutsujin has been very generous with the Spear of Alpha. I don't know if he's conditioning Fabian to expect it, but wow, this is how it's going. And Skylar, that's the 2nd time he's popped that ulti.
Just to farm.
Just to make sure that he doesn't get stuck in a weird situation there, avoiding the lane technically.
Yeah, and they try to pressure the purple buff that is Fabian's. And Dyron is here as well.
Oh, Witty. There we go. It's going to be the kick down. Fabian, Seven of the Blades, able to knock him out with the penalty zone as well. Another realm comes down, but Witty will lose his life. No, he still gets the Kundo on him.
Witty!
That's in his welcome, but they're all going to melt down as Aaron Shiki has rotated all the way from the gold lane. Fabian had the purple buff. He got it, and now he has slain Rins together with Aaron Shiki.
Witty bobbing and weaving, escaping death once more. 006. This Cho is a menace.
Just like that, again, 1,000 gold lead for Team Liquid ID. Now with the turtle, 1.5. Witty on the Cho, an absolute menace. Difficult to deal with, always around, just to be an absolute nuisance. RRQ, with all the prior picks that they have, this Alpha so far hasn't been able to find any success.
We'll take a look at the combo hero stat. 2 wins and 0 losses so far. The Mathilda and the Ixia was picked yesterday by Team Liquid ID when they took down Bigatron Alpha.
And it was first picked by Keskute. Not this season, it was last season with Bigatron Alpha. Ixia and Mathilda. This season it was them too, but did you remember if...
As he used to. And of course, this time around the Brats has huge responsibilities behind its back. So of course Iran going to accompany that mid laner of TLID, but Witty, again, just ever so enthusiastically opens up the map like that.
Edok procs the Circle Eagle trying to get something, but look at this, Aaron. Ooh, you're almost cornered by Dairon, but look at the duel on the top side, man. Whoa!
2v1 on Sutsujin. With a threat 3 out, Sutsujin. Already uses Spear of Alpha. Fabian with a very ambitious dive. But it's on to 1 Alpha. They gotta respect the Alpha, man.
They do, they have to. But Sutsujin is far away. The turtle though spawns, and Fabian as well, but Fabian can catch up with the Finch boys. RRQ though, they have control of the turtle pit and they advance further. Witty is just here to cover.
Ooh. Wins though, being really up front. Here comes Skylar. No guiding in for a while though. Is this the window? Oh, see Halbert first item.
Doji Kundo. That was welcome over to him. Fabian will be able to get an opening right now. He will try to go for the jump on the Skylar with another realm. Placed on him. Sutsujin with his retreat battle. Time to blaze in the midst of it all. Fabian escaping. No retreat on him, but RRQ decides to go for the mid lane instead of invading the jungle. Aran trying to clear the wave all alone. Goes for the hammer swings, knocked up, and Spear of Alpha over to him. Flicker out, A-Rod now with the Demand Force trying to save the turret from being taken, and he will be successful at that. He will stop RRQ from sieging the tier 1.
Witty? Oh, whoa. Securing. Yeah, guaranteeing the purple buff, but that might just cost them the mid turret. Great moves from RRQ, but what's fascinating is that how early that full barrage was popped earlier. Fabian almost seems caught off guard there, but then Rince moved backwards just to ensure that the Netherrealm actually reaches Skylar. And that could be the idea here, using that full barrage to really zone out the squishier members. If Fabian was on a tank, was on a fighter, he can kind of get into that danger zone and still go for the retreat. But now that he's on a Ling, we've talked about this matchup before, an assassin against a marksman. If the Ling can't really one-shot the marksman, the damage can't really be tanked up by something like a Ling.
Yeah, Fabian was thinking about it, right? With that turtle fight, he was about to jump towards Skylar, but Edok, with a great cover, just hides him. Fabian might look for this steal.
We got it!
He gets it!
Wow!
You thief in the night!
Crazy Fabian, Flavor Fave! Stealing it away from an Alpha. Now that's quite impressive, sneaking his way. Like you said, realize a thief in the night.
A total plunder there.
But look at the pressure here immediately. Wins once more being the frontliner, being confident with the Purify. Fabian going for a split now, having the purple buff, but the bottom tower shall fall. So both teams kind of equal, but ooh, hang on a second, Aaron.
Popping the full barrage. Flicker from Aaron Shiki, respecting the full barrage potential. But that's a hard guard too. It's a big resource, man. 2 big resources.
Yeah, Aaron Shiki hasn't been able to find much success with the Harith.
Wow.
This playoffs was overstanding a lot. Witty with the kick.
Onto Skylar. There's no follow-up here, but there's no full barrage either. Aaron Shiki doesn't have this Demand Force, but will be able to dish out some damage. Now Rince forces the Purifier, and another realm a dive.
Fabian!
Fabian taps a blade. Skylar fallen!
Fabian!
And now Edok is next. Sutsujin in the midst of it all, trying to get some damage down. Witty's still able to escape. Sutsujin goes in for a desperate Spear of Alpha, but gets caught by Flavor Fave. It's a triple kill for Fabian.
The castle walls crumbling down slowly. TLID. They charge even faster. Yes, Gil gets Dyron.
The Dino chased down by a Hezkill. Dyron will fall. They will not have control over the Lord. It will be TLIDs to take.
Dangerous preposition for RRQ. They sent Dyron to the top side. They know that Fabian was free to rotate around, but they don't respect the speed of the rotation. In the bottom lane, overextending, even with the guiding wind, even with the circling eagle, RRQ were just too far up, and they had nothing left to deal with Fabian. And you cannot do that. You have to ration everything perfectly to try and deal with the Cho, with the Ling, even with the Harith to a degree. RRQ suffered the price. 4k gold behind. It's only the first Lord, but it's not looking that good. But they do have a very solid high ground.
Yeah, and let's rewind a little bit, right? That fight down bottom. Vince popped the Netherrealm, but Skylar was out of range, so he had no cover behind that Netherrealm, and Fabian just dived into the backline, dived and ate Skylar alive. So this Ling will possibly be a problem again.
We were talking about this in the draft. How will you escape from the Ling? Assassinated before the Netherrealm even comes through. Around with the penalty zone. Fabian is going wild. And he dives
Fabian.
under the turret. He will fall, but he is already bursted. He has already wasted resources away from the Kings.
Rex Regum Kaon shook again once more. TLID, they advance even further.
The Lord on the top side still. Team Liquid ID. 5k gold ahead. All things considered, Fabian actually gets taken out right there. It's a small victory if you look at the gold difference. Still managed to be held at that 4k mark. RQ once more. Can they play this patient enough? Even earlier with the Netherrealm, with everything used, they weren't able to actually survive long enough in the fight. And now Skylar once again is showing in the lane boldly, impudently.
Oh, this Ixia though, it becomes a very, very hard game to play. Once it scales into the late game, and look at Anon Tricky. 3-item power spike. But hey! Who says Onyx is not in the finals? Kyrie right there!
Yeah, with Buddy.
Yeah, with the whole gang almost.
Happy birthday, bro!
Happy birthday, Buddy.
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 And a fist bump as well right there, right?
Yeah.
All right, 50 seconds though, RRQ. They've banked on this composition. The early game at least has not been kind to them. This mid game, in theory, is one of the strongest points for Team Liquid ID, and they're still, by all means, at a 4k gold lead only. So RRQ, they're trying to play it as slow as possible, and they're avoiding overextending too far, ensuring that Edok at least can still get some saves using the guiding wind. But that means that Team Liquid ID can farm even faster. They've reached level 15 though, especially Fabian. So at this point, any kind of farm advantage will be useful for an item swap, but it won't affect the overall power.
Yeah, and of course Fabian, he terrorizes the kingdom.
Wow.
Look at what they want to throw into just taking down the usurper. This guy, it feels like there is no room for error when he has his hands on the Ling.
Ooh, we have to see what Skylar is building, man, because at this point, is he going to be forced to build a Wind of Nature? He needs something, because Fabian is bursting him down a bit too quickly. Maybe for this... Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. Ooh, RRQ.
Look at Witty. He's zoning Skylar away, completely away from the team fight. RRQ don't know what to do. They are scattered by the cavalry. Their formation has been broken. And Fabian claims the Lord.
Impeccable work by the cavalry. Witty, for once, he was alone in the middle lane, but he got the job done, and they get a free Lord.
Is that the orange buff taken by Skylar, actually? No Wind of Nature just yet. Rose Gold Meteor, actually, for Skylar. We'll have to say, RRQ, again, catching up. We're at the 14-minute mark, and generally, in 2 or 3 minutes, we'll truly be at the late game, where the goal difference will be impactful, but it won't really be game-changing. RRQ holding on for dear life right here. But are they being too greedy with this itemization? Will Mathilda alone, with the Faramis, be able to save the Ixia from the thrust, from the assassination attempts of the Usurper?
5 items for the Usurper. Fabian, this might be his stage to prove that he is nothing short of a brilliance. And now RRQ, they need to defend their base, but their high ground, Arashi, is it any good?
It's pretty good with the full barrage, but again, it's not about the damage output from so far away. It's also how long can you defend? How can you stop the dive? Look at Witty.
Fabian, penalty zone from around. Witty jumps into the Jikundo. Another realm to save them, to save the kingdom. Once and for all, Fabian with a bit poise escaping away.
Crystal!
Tricky will go for the base. The lead is on it. The castle walls demolished. The road to glory denied. The kings have fallen. On the night of the revolution, on the night of fate, the cavalry do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of the kings. They push, they scream, and they charge!
The revolution is complete. The cavalry, they occupy the castle. They break free from the subjugation of the kingdom. The kingdom is no more. Their nightmares conquered. Their road has never been easy. 11 seasons of failures. 11 seasons of torment. 11 season of what ifs. But this season, a band of young stallions take charge. And for the first time in the organization's history, they have their hands on their first ever MPL ID trophy. Team Liquid ID are your MPL ID Season 14 champions.